We go through this every year. You know perfectly well what holiday it is.
Okay. Happy Halloween, everybody. Whoopee.
Row 18, plot 20.
Hey everybody, welcome to Now It's Dark, where we're doing Halloween shenanigans. Multiple videos a day, all through the month of October. Come here for your horror needs. I watched a film called Slotherhouse, and the tagline is "Don't rush, die slow." That's a double entendre. And I'll explain that in a minute. But first, this was a film that has come out, I want to say in March or something. It's 93 minutes, but I put it off. I didn't have it high on my must-see list of 2023 horror films. I think I was seeing a lot of negativity about the movie. So I just kind of kept it on the back burner. It's a horror comedy thriller. Horror comedies are really hit or miss. I've been really fortunate this October to have watched some good horror comedies, like Totally Killer. And I'm actually a fan of Slotherhouse. I think that there is some very, very clever stuff in here. There's some witty dialogue. Full disclosure, I am a fan of Mean Girls and Clueless. I literally love those movies. I watch them more than a 52-year-old male should probably admit. But there's a lot of neat nods to stuff like that, and in particular, those movies. In particular, this movie is very fetch.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
So the don't rush, die slow comes into play when Emily Young, a senior, wants to be elected as her sorority's president. She adopts a cute sloth, thinking it can become the new mascot and help her win, until a string of fatalities implicate the sloth as the main suspect in the murders. So, don't rush, get it? Rushing for a fraternity. I don't know what that's like. That sounds like a lot of stuff that I'm not very knowledgeable about, but I do love these types of horror movies. It becomes a true, kind of like a slasher. They're trapped in the fraternity house, and there's the Emily who's just this plain girl, normal girl. Her mother had been a part of the fraternity and had been president of it when she went to that college, and now Emily has that aspiration as well. And the popular girl, let's look at that. Chloe, played by Grace Patterson. Tiff Stevenson plays Miss Mayflower. She's kind of recognizable. Olivia Rouyre plays Madison. Lisa Ambalavanar plays Emily. Bianca Beckles-Rose plays Zenny. There's a lot of secondary characters, but you get the idea. It's a girls' fraternity. So, they didn't go the route of obligatory nudity, but I would say the violence is still there, even though we know the killer is a sloth. It is a PG-13 film, and I forget. So there's no nudity. There's mild profanity, but I thought the gore was adequate for this story and for this movie. You have to kind of go into this knowing when any movie is tagged a horror comedy, it's hard to be super critical of a movie but it is also a fine line between cheesy, dumb horror comedy, and then there's witty, smart horror comedies, and I think this one is pretty good. So, yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you think that this concept is good. I don't want to be spoilery because I do recommend seeing this. It is just a fun ride. If you like Clueless or Mean Girls, you'll get a lot of the jokes in this. Some of them are so blatant. There's even one of the most clever scenes, fun scenes, that's like a throwback to other kind of like 80s college slashers, is the night that they're allowed to vote. It's also done in a manner where it's very kind of like spooky, creepy, where they're in robes with candles, and it's kind of a hazing kind of a thing, and they have to watch the clock for the countdown for it to become midnight so that it's officially the day that everyone can vote, and it's just really good, high tension. The sloth is silly, but it is kind of cute, but kind of silly. The puppetry, I'm guessing it's a puppet. I don't think they trained a real sloth to do some of the things that it did. And then at the end of this movie, it kind of actually sets up for a sequel. So Slotherhouse 2 may be coming to our screens in the near future. We can only hope, right? All right, well, that's going to do it for our Slotherhouse 2023. Oh, Prime. Rent it on Prime. That's what I wrote down. I try to be very diligent about writing down. I do forget sometimes where I see certain things because I watch so many streaming services. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think of Slotherhouse.